as we could see today in the cryptocurrency market. JW, welcome in, and thanks for tuning in and being a part of Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. Nick Morales, welcome in. Appreciate you tuning in. As we've seen today in the cryptocurrency market, it is a perfect example why it's so dangerous to trade with leverage. It is so very dangerous. If you're a leverage trader, almost everybody, if you're not on cross margin, I would imagine got liquidated during that drop. We had a better than 10% moment on XRP where it came down to around the 45-cent level, but has since corrected back up over 50 cents, which is a sign of strength, but it's not the ultimate strength. We still have a lot of work to do here on this potential pullback up. We'll go over the areas of interest and concern during this live. We'll talk about the very important news that we already knew that Ripple had made it to where they could sell 400 million XRP in the month of June potentially. Well, today the first wave of 150 million they moved. We're going to talk about that because that was prior to the nice little flash drop that not just XRP had universally across the cryptocurrency market. The XRP Bitcoin pairing had a drop down to around the 660 sat level, which I took advantage of. And I was able to buy some at the 666, I think it was 666 or 664. I can't remember the exact number. But I was able to add more at the XRP Bitcoin pairing. So I was very happy about that. K4 Liberty, welcome in. Sold all XRP yesterday. I'll have to read what that says. Tanya, welcome in, love, and thank you for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. I greatly appreciate that. Tanya says, who bought the dip, loaded up on Gala and more amp. Excellent. John Hall, good evening. What's up, my brother? Hopefully you're doing well. KW Brady says, I'm not frustrated, just stack more XRP. Yeah, same with me. I stacked more via the XRP Bitcoin pairing. I couldn't be happier, actually. I know the frustration is growing. I see it every single day. But there's so many reasons not to be frustrated. This is such a perfect time during the accumulation phase where you should be very happy when we get 10% dumps like that. And most of it got pulled back up here. We're still below very critical resistance. We're still out of the cup and handle, so we have to go over a lot of stuff today. Jose, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XRP 589 Moon Mads. Watch, recycle, repeat. Yes, watch the content. Recycle to friends and family. And come back and watch the next update. Capo, thanks for being in Tom's Army for 6 months plus with the XRP predictor. We the bank, let's go. Got some more on the XRP. Excellent, Capo. But yeah, I'm happy to see everybody in here. If you are watching right now, please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this live. I think this is one of the most important lives we've had in a while. It's going to be a lot of information, not just on the charts from a news perspective as well. Matthew, good evening. Thanks for tuning in. He says, hey, Tom, the friggin' legend. That goes both ways to you, friend. John, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XP 589 Moon badge. What happened? What happened earlier? I had to buy some more XRP when I saw the drop. Hey, there was a universal drop. It wasn't just cryptocurrency. It almost as if a lot of money's finding its way out of commodities and precious metals in the short term, and the crypto to start pushing up the stock market a little more. But no, there was a drop universally. You know, this is why I think a lot of stuff when it happens is manipulated, because how can you judge and just be like, oh, you know what, every single thing at the exact same time, you know, broke down. I think this is a big opportunity. Capo's up to 9 months. Excellent. Rockin' XRP Painter, thanks for being part of Tom's Army for 6 months plus with the XRP predictor. I appreciate that. He said, don't trip by the dip. That's exactly what I did. I bought more of the XRP Bitcoin pairing. Frontier, welcome in. We the Bank, good evening. I'd rather see it bought than not. Absolutely. Belaraj, welcome in. Good price to buy, please. We'll look at the XRP chart, and I'll show you the exact spots if you're looking for a further pullback that I think would be a really nice area to consolidate on. I can tell you for a fact, if you could get it at 39 cents, excellent area, because that's part of the it's basically part of the pattern formation we've been in since 2018. That support right now is at 39 cents, so anywhere closer to 39 cents is good. For From Eddie, I'm calling BS. On what? I'm not sure what you're calling BS on, but hey, by all means, you can call BS on anything you want. But XRP right now is below the cup and handle formation. XRP is also below what you don't want to be below, this bear flag, bull flag setup, which is now, that entire structure has invalidated itself. So now that we have this little, well, I don't want to say it invalidated itself, but you definitely have a bigger scale to look at here, where you can actually look at now a more profound, what one could say is a bear flag setup now after that drop. So that can be a very dangerous sign right here. On life right now, the market, yeah, I agree with that. There's a lot of BS going around in that regard. Can't disagree with that, unfortunately. I was just trying to make sure what kind of bullshit you were talking about, because there is a lot of it, isn't it? Everyone frustrated with FUD. Oh, I want to read that as well. Everybody frustrated. Well, FUD out when utility kicks in. Well, exactly. That's the, yeah, I mean, that's the point. A lot of this is gonna, I'll tell you about FUD in the highest regard too. Trading with J-Ride, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 2 years with the XRP 589 Moon Badge. I appreciate seeing all the ones that are in Tom's Army here this evening as well. The ones in and not in Tom's Army, I appreciate seeing everybody. XRP in the 3 hourlies in the oversold. 4 hourly oversold. The daily time frame is kicking up now. That's going to move up quite a bit in the next 55 minutes when the daily time frame closes. It's just we had a stellar pullback. So now it's filled out this formation here. It didn't even come all the way down. So now we could argue that now we had a little bit of a dump down. And maybe that's how you pull back up here. But we'll see. We should all be worried about these flash crashes. It's institutional. Yep. Johnny, it's a pain in the ass. But unfortunately, this is what we have to pay attention to at any time. That's why, as positive as I am on the charts, I still always show the lower targets, just so we know what we're dealing with in case it drops. And like with the XRP Bitcoin, I mean with XRP, this is a problem right now. This is absolutely a problem right now, being outside of this formation, in my opinion. I don't want to be outside of this. I would like to see this pull up at a very, very quick pace. And right now we've got to get back over the 51.9 cent roughly in today's terms. We really want to get past here. XGTT, God bless everybody. Interesting times. Thanks, Tom. Hey, you're welcome. It is certainly interesting times indeed. All right, Josh, my son is doing actually fantastic since we've been home from the hospital. We feel like we finally got a resolution to his issue. As you know, he had very big aversion to different kind of foods. He had a lot of post-traumatic stress from a very bad car accident where he broke his femur when he was 6 months old, and it just spiraled from there. So we got a G-tube placed last Friday, drove 3.5 hours away to Grand Rapids to get it to get him where we needed. And it's been a blessing. He's been doing great with it. He's put on 3.5 pounds already, which is excellent. He's over 38.5 pounds now, which he went from the 16th percentile to the 38th percentile, which is still small, but he's moving his way up. So yeah, I appreciate the question, but he's actually doing very, very well. So yeah, it was a little scary moment there, but we definitely got what we needed. Markets may get worse with the possibility of World War III. Absolutely. KW Brady, that is another point that we have to talk about here this evening. There's been a lot of talk possibly. Yeah, the jobs number K4 Liberty that's a bunch of hogwash. That was the crazy jobs report saying they added 245,000 jobs or whatever. But we do have to have the nuclear threat of war. That is something with China and now Russia. I mean, they warned against this in 2013. You can go back and watch what Vladimir Putin said then. He said, we cannot allow Ukraine for our own safety to be part of, why am I drawing a brain fart? But part of, shit. You guys know what I'm talking about. Part of, somebody in here has to know something. But yeah, that's been a big thing. But what the U.S. NATO, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Giovanni, 1970 legend, and K4 Liberty. I really appreciate that. Joshy Sauce, thank you so much. Giovanni, welcome in as well. Yes, Tanya, I'm very blessed that he's doing good now. I really am. Rock and XRP Painter says, do you think the stock market's going to tank? Rock and XRP Painter, thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months with the XP Predictor. It's interesting. I'm not so convinced that it's just going to tank. The fact that we had the European central banks lower rates, and they said they're going to do it at least 3 times this year. I can't be far behind for the U.S. First time they've lowered rates since 2019. Yes, I did see the debt clock was zeroed out. I'm not sure what that means because it's the first time it's ever shown that. It's the first time I've ever seen it zeroed out. So we're getting close to a transfer in the wealth in the system. But one thing that, and please make sure to hit that like button. Only 36 likes, 80 people watching. It really could help if you hit that like button to help continue to progress this channel. And we can help more eyes find it. By you hitting that like button, YouTube recommends this live. And then it'll show up in the recommendations. And when you search through YouTube, whether you're a new or old viewer, my content will pop up. So you'll be able to at least find a way here. Yeah, my son was 6 months old. Got into a very bad head-on collision. Some young kid crossed the center line and hit Julie. And she's had 5 surgeries. She's had her ankle bone taken out and a cadaver bone put in. She's all fucked up from it too. But yeah, 6 months old, broke his femur. Not good. Not good. But he's doing the best he can. He's a very strong little man. Started his special needs program about a month ago, but school's over now. But got occupational, speech, and physical therapy. He's been in physical therapy for almost 2 years. So yeah, it's been a road. But right now with XRP, opportunity. I swear opportunity is calling. I swear it's calling right now. But what the U.S. did and what the news did today was remarkable. They said China was stopping their purchasing of gold, which could not be further from the truth. It could not be further from the truth. Marvin, welcome in. Yes, JW, the journey sure does continue. Giovanni says, oh, damn, wow, so sorry. It's okay. He did? Oh, okay. But the media came out today. It was everywhere on the news, and they said that China was stopping their buying and purchasing of gold. That's not true. It's not true in the least, but they ran with that story, and sure as shit, gold dumped by $81 today, or 3.45%. We had silver dump 6.82%, down to $29.15. Yeah, be careful with GME. I don't remember the exact name of Kitty, but that person had put millions and millions of dollars into GME, and now is using the audience to, it's not the first time, it's the 3rd time this person's done a short squeeze. Just make sure if you're buying into a short squeeze, you understand if you start buying and become exit liquidity at the top, it's a long road back down. But yeah, gold was down $81.91 today. B2 Gold's down to $2.62 after hours. That's an opportunity in itself. There's a dividend payment coming up on June 24th or 26th. So that dividend payment, you better believe where it's going. It's going into these cheaper prices if it stays around this level. June 24th is the date. You get it on June 11th, but you don't get the payment until June 24th. But yeah, there was a big breakdown here. And we're going to have a spectacular start to Sunday. I'm telling everybody Sunday's going to have some fireworks. Sunday night, when all these markets start opening up, it's going to have some fireworks. From what I heard, China couldn't even trade today, or the Asian markets. Is something going on over there? Or was I reading into something? Is it a holiday in the Asian markets, just out of curiosity? But I'm going to let everybody hit that like button, as we already timestamped this. And then we're going to get into some reading here with how Ripple moved 150 million XRP today. I'm going to let everybody hit that like button so YouTube can recommend this. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, it's in the video description below and or pinned comments. There's BITUNIX, the lowest spot and leverage trading fees in the USA. No VPN, and you can use it around the world. And then there's MEXC as well, as that's where I trade the XRP Bitcoin pairing. And they've got Pikamoon and a lot of the newer ones that are coming out as far as cryptocurrencies. But and USA users, unless you're already signed up, it's impossible to use. And then if you want to send a YouTube super chat or join Tom's Army, I would greatly appreciate that if you chose to pay it forward. 1 time per month is something I would greatly appreciate as a way to pay it forward. But if you don't want to, do it through YouTube, there's a way to do it via Cash App in the video description below and or pinned comments. But other than that, we're going to continue along, and I appreciate everybody for being here. Make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this update or this live that pushes through the analytics and we become recommended. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join the 21,600 plus subscribers. Okay, welcome back, everybody, and I greatly appreciate you taking the time. Rye Flemont, why'd we dip? Well, it's hard to say exactly. It looked like a manipulated drop for liquidity. It looked like an orchestrated liquidity grab across the market. For XRP, we can speculate that it was Ripple that caused the drop. But as we know, their transfer happened before the drop. And since the entirety of the market did make the same dump, you know, this looks like it was a beautifully timed move, ironically, as always, by Ripple to dump these. So, this is interesting. So, we already talked about, if you're part of the community, a few days ago, maybe over a week ago now, that Ripple reserved the right in June to sell about 400 million XRP tokens, which was the highest ever that it would do over the top of the billion. Well, today, part of that domino started to fall. Ripple sparked speculation with 150 million XRP transfer. What's next for the XRP price? And at this time, it was remaining stable at 52 cents. And we all know exactly what happened. So, Ripple, the leading blockchain payments firm, has initiated a massive transfer of its XRP reserve with 150 million tokens shifted. Now the XRP price did not stay at 52. It broke down to 45, and now it's back to around 50 cents. And a move that has become somewhat expected but nonetheless impactful. Ripple made another significant transfer of XRP from its reserves. The blockchain payments firm shifted 150 million XRP tokens today and raised speculation regarding the crypto's price trajectory. Ripple shifts 150 million tokens. On Friday, June 7th, the company offloaded 150 million XRP tokens. This transaction translates to a value of $78 million based on the current market price of 52 cents per token. Moreover, this sale represents 0.25% of XRP's total capitalization, which stands at $29 billion. Additionally, this recent sale comes on the heels of a series of similar transactions initiated by Ripple at the beginning of the month. On Saturday, June 1st, the company released a staggering 1 billion XRP from its initial distribution, a portion of which was locked in monthly escrows until 2027. Following this release, 200 million XRP was transferred to Ripple's treasury account, whilst the remaining 800 million XRP was locked in new escrows, adding to the complexity of the situation. The Ripple 35 account contributed an additional 200 million XRP to the sell-off reserves. This brought the total to 400 million XRP. Furthermore, after the latest transfer, Ripple now holds a reserve of 250 million XRP in that account. According to BitHump, as per routine, the selling activity was facilitated by Ripple's treasury account labeled Ripple 1, transferring tokens to the unlabeled account RP4X2HTA. This process introduces XRP supply inflation by circulating previously untouched tokens into the market for the first time. Currently, the transferred amount remains in the RP4X2HTA account, likely awaiting distribution to intermediary addresses, such as RHWT2BHR, before ultimately finding its way to cryptocurrency exchanges mirroring previous months' patterns. One notable aspect of Ripple's sales is their direct impact on XRP's price, as they create significant supply pressure on the spot market. Historical data reveals a consistent trend whenever Ripple sells its tokens. XRP experiences local crashes. Year to date, only 5 out of the 12 sell-off days recorded positive price movements, highlighting the importance of closely monitoring the company's activity. Furthermore, XRP has struggled to maintain positive monthly performance in 2024, with 3 out of the first 5 months ending in red. This volatility underscores the delicate balance between supply dynamics and market sentiments within the XRP ecosystem. At press time, and we know it's dropped to 50 cents now, but the volume, the 24-hour trading volume for the crypto soared 5.13% to $1.2 billion. Despite the recent sell-off concerns and dip, analysts remain bullish on the XRP price trajectory. Moreover, they even expect XRP to witness a nearly 61,400% rally. See how they do that? They give the ultimate, FUD on how far the price can go, ultimately, instead of just saying, hey, we're looking at maybe a move to here and there. Nope, they got to go 64,000%. But yeah, that's a big story. That's a big story right now about Ripple. We were all waiting for it, but now we got the conclusion. And this is from 2 hours ago, so we can try to get a newer story to see if there's any more details. But there's definitely something going on here. K4 Liberty, thank you for the $10 YouTube super chat. I greatly appreciate that. The first donation of the night says if you could take a look at the DXY. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I got to look at Flare as well. Tanya asked me earlier. So let's see if any more information comes from this. So Ripple offloads 150 million XRP to anonymous wallet. More massive dump incoming. Now, has anybody heard about this with Ripple? That Ripple moved 150 million XRP? So Ripple offloads 150 million XRP valued at over 78 million after reserving 400 million tokens during this month's escrow unlock. In a recent post on X, market tracking platform Whale Alert called attention to Ripple's latest massive XRP movement. Per the update, the American payment firm dispatched 150 million XRP to an anonymous wallet at 2:08 UTC today. And that's the alert right here. 150 million XRP valued at $78,209,179 transferred from Ripple to unknown wallet. The magnitude of this transaction has fueled speculation about Ripple's strategic intentions, in particular, the movement of 150 million XRP sparked concerns from market observers about Ripple dumping XRP. Yep, a day after discussion on XRP ETF, absolutely. I'm telling you, they find liquidity any ways they can. And now that we push back to 50 cents, we're basically down about 4%. But look at everybody who was trading leverage. They got absolutely steamrolled. Absolutely steamrolled. Dan says a settlement payment, maybe. I don't know. It's an awful lot of money that's been changing hands here by Ripple. But we can't tell because remember, there's a lot of talk about their stablecoin by the end of the year. So maybe they're trying to get funds to put all that into place. So it's hard for me to exactly say what it is. Interestingly, an earlier report by the Crypto Basic hinted that the prominent payment firm could be liquidating up to 400 million XRP this month. This follows Ripple's movement of 200 million XRP valued at around 104.1 million from the Ripple 24 wallet, its primary operating wallet. Ripple won on June 1st earned the 1 billion XRP unlock from escrow. And I've talked about this as well, about how they reserved the right to let go 400 million plus this month. On the same day, Ripple transferred another 200 million XRP from dormant wallet Ripple 35 to Ripple 1. Following these transactions, Ripple's spendable wallet accumulated 400 million XRP. Now the payment firm has already offloaded 150 million XRP from the stockpiled fund to an external destination, suggesting a cash out transaction. Essentially, the crypto community could witness more outbound XRP transactions from Ripple to unidentified addresses in the next few days, with 250 million XRP left in the Ripple One spending wallet or spendable wallet. So here's what we've been discussing over the last week or so. 410,239,560 XRP possibly on the move. Meanwhile, Ripple is not the only entity orchestrating significant XRP movement recently. Whale Alert tracked a Binance wallet transferring 26,284,136 XRP, equivalent to 13.75 million, to an unknown wallet at 7 UTC today. This transaction was followed by a 25.42 million XRP transfer from the exchange to another anonymous address. Additionally, 18 hours ago, Binance offloaded 14 million worth of XRP to an undisclosed destination. So there's a lot of movement going on, a lot of movement. Likewise, the previous day saw two notable transactions involving the Japanese crypto exchange CoinCheck at 1604 hours UTC. 61,117,000 XRP, worth 32 million, was moved from an unknown wallet to CoinCheck's wallet. Shortly after receiving this substantial amount, CoinCheck offloaded nearly the same quantity, 61,142,691 XRP valued at 32 million, to a different unidentified wallet. Other inbound transfers, collectively worth 58.7 million XRP, were observed with Bitstamp and Bitso exchanges. Cumulatively, within the last 24 hours, 410,239,560 XRP, worth over 213 million, have been on the move, involving prominent entities such as Ripple, Binance, CoinCheck, Bitstamp, and Bitso. So I think that is fascinating information, just to see the sheer volume of XRP moving right now. And yes, they were getting ready for they were obviously getting ready for something, and we're starting to see it right now. We are starting to see it, as we did have a rather interesting flash drop there out of XRP. Now, we'll look for more stuff in a little bit, but there are a few things I want to cover. First, on the chart, XRP is right around 50 cents. We have the daily close in 35 minutes. Obviously, Bitcoin's down 1,371 points, or 1.94%. That pulls us well below that 70,500 area. And now you have to worry about the possibility of, did we double top? Is this just a fake out here to grab liquidity, as Bitcoin did come down to 68,400? Now you'd want to see this eke its way back up to 70,500 area. But it does seem to be rotating a little bit back down. But it's going to create an awful lot of liquidity here from such a volatile pullback, to where it's possible that it could pull up quickly, but we've got to watch this going into the next daily candle to see, in fact, if this is going to break down, or if this is just a consolidatory moment on this inverse head and shoulders, which it's already broken out of the pennant flag. If it does break down, we could possibly see it come all the way back down to 63,200. So that is definitely a possibility. With XRP, the biggest thing of concern here is the fact we're below that cup and handle, and that is not an area you want to be in. However, just looking at this, the volatility on the way back down, it had such a volatile pull-up, it looks like we got a little bull flag here now. So is it possible that it created this, and now it's going to give us the ability to break higher than we were? Well, it takes time. It takes time. Told my boss I might fail the drug test. But I mean, the low it can go. I mean, if it breaks down from here, you'd be looking at the 48 where we already hit, but there's 40 and 38 cents. But ultimately, if it were to break this structure and not come back, you'd be looking for a retest around that 39 cent area. This is the overall pattern formation that goes back from all-time highs. It's been a minute since we visited this, but where that arrow is on the top, that's all-time highs between 330 and 360 depending on exchange. Took 27 months to come back down here where I circled the March of 2020. And then we had a move here after we held it again, when in 9 days XRP managed to work its way from about 58 cents all the way up to $1.98. But we've hit support twice here, hit another resistance for a second time, hit support when we rounded down here for a third and fourth time. Then we came back up and hit resistance here for the third time. So this pattern's converging. It doesn't have to end until December of this year. But if it continues to consolidate, now you sell resistance, buy support. So everybody keeps asking me, where do you buy? And the best opportunity, if it can come back down here to this uptrending support around, I guess in today's terms, I think it's up near 40 cents now. Right about 40 cents. So we'll see exactly if it does play down in this rotation, but this has been going on for 80 months. For the ones, I know some are talking about hair. I have not cut my hair since last July. I said I would not cut XRP, or my hair, until XRP at $1. And my goatee as well. I did have to trim it on the sides a little bit because it was going crazy. But my hair I have not cut. I did burn a little bit on accident on the barbecue a couple of weeks ago. So I definitely have a little line right there. But my hair is getting really long. I said I wouldn't cut it till XRP at $1. It's been over almost a year in July. It's been a year in July since I've cut my hair. So I'm almost 1 year without a haircut. It's the longest I've ever gone without a haircut. So my hair is getting very long. I could certainly do a man bun if I wanted to. There's no doubt about that. I still feel blessed that at 40 years old I can grow hair like this, so it was a welcome challenge. But we see just how long of an opportunity we had to accumulate, and it's not over yet. It's not over yet. And as I've said many, many times, we don't know when the time's going to be. We don't know when that exact moment is when everything reverses. But I am very, very much looking forward and have looked forward to and have lived in the moment here with the accumulation phase. I'm going to buy more on the XRP Bitcoin pairing later, but I did buy some earlier than usual in the day because it did drop to the 666 roughly sat level. I was thrilled to see it. I was absolutely thrilled to see it. And if this is the reversal starting to take place, it'd be beautiful. We want to see it hold to 714. We have talked about if it broke through this, there is a possibility that if it comes down to 490, but that would be a very overzealous sell-off. We talked about if it came through the 7-1 and then just, it would be so oversold now and all the other time frames would catch up. They're catching up, folks. That's what I was talking about. Everything is catching up now. At some point, we're going to have such a volatile swing back. You got to take advantage of this when it gives it. It went down to 664 roughly, or 658, somewhere in there, but I got it around 666, 664, somewhere in there, the very last one. So I'm over 5,300 now. And it's absolutely making me very happy. It's making me very happy. I could do the cornrows, rock and XRP painter. Yes, indeed. But I'm just going to continue to take advantage of this moment. The time that we have now, I know it's not going to last forever. I've been through moments like this many times before, and it's a matter of do you take advantage of it or do you just sit there and do you fear? Somebody asked me to go over XR or the DXY. And I appreciate it. There's 76 likes already. Thank you all so much for those likes. I greatly appreciate that. DXY. Then we'll get into Flare real quick. We'll rotate our way back to Bitcoin and XRP and stuff like that. The DXY right now. And I mean, it doesn't look incredibly strong. It has had a little bit of a descending consolidation, which it could find a little bit of momentum here. It could find a little bit. But I mean, how much life does the US dollar really have left? I think a lot of this is more, this is a lot more speculative now with the US dollar. I don't see a lot of strength with it nowadays. And in what is it, a couple days, the agreement for a lot of the ones in BRICS, they don't have to converse in US dollars anymore. I believe it's on the 9th of this month. So like, there's a lot of shit that's about to hit the fan with the US dollar. A lot. A lot. And I think everybody's been given a tremendous opportunity in commodities again with that drop. I really, really do. I really, really do. But everything's going to change drastically here soon. But yeah, that's what's going on with the US dollar. If it does manage to break up, which I wouldn't be surprised if it does, you'd be looking at the 106.23. And that could give a further retracement in commodities. But this is going to end up working itself into such an oversold position again in the smaller time frame just because it did it so quickly. We very quickly went into oversold in the smaller. But you could see maybe a 3 peak here to where we've talked in the past to where gold might have to do a retracement. And if it does, to get everybody out, it might come down here to 2,170 or area like that. That wouldn't be a surprise. Boom, 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 down, consolidate out. But I wouldn't be surprised if on Sunday we get some big volatility here. I can't wait for Sunday. I don't want it to be Sunday, but at the same time, I can't wait for the futures market and gold and silver to come back online to see exactly the direction we take here. Because there was a lot of FUD that made their way to the airlines or to the stations, the TV stations, so it made its way over the airwaves. And there's a reason why. And it's just very interesting to me that they said that China stopped buying gold today. It's very, very interesting. Yep, it's below. The price is above my average right now. But, that doesn't mean it's not going to come back for XRP to my price. XRP Bitcoin pairing is a little bit below my average now. Not much. But it's bad. Waiting for the future, they would say that. Yeah. I don't know. It made me realize just how big of a scumbags the local news is as well. Like, I don't watch a lot of news, but just seeing the way that they said that about China, I'm like, man, they're really trying anything and everything to throw the American public off. It's sad. It's really sad. XRP dropped 1.198 billion in its market cap to 27.72 billion, down 4.14% on the day. And we fell outside of this consolidation. Now, we've seen that maybe it didn't fall outside of the longer term consolidation. It just needed to make that second point of support. And this is what you could speculate. You can just speculate that the pattern's evolved. Now we don't have to guess. And maybe the pattern, this is what it was meant to be. And, you know, that's what it's consolidating. And now we've at least got a stronger point here. Remember, buy support, sell resistance. Buy support. Well, we didn't know where the support was until just now. Support, resistance, resistance, support. Now if it pulls back up, now we at least know the consolidatory area. If it breaks below this, you're coming right here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We don't even have to question anymore. We'd come down to 22.5 billion. Yes, a lot of nonsense. Wow is absolutely been formulated. Tanya, Ripple position, or Tanya, but the position Ripple is in with the court case, it's 50-50. I mean, honestly, right now, we really are on the cusp. We are definitely on the cusp. I believe we are. But it's going to take time. It's going to take time. We had a big dip on Gala of 12%, which we'll get into that. I mean, I couldn't win or lose. I took the money from AMP, as some of you know, and I put some of it into precious metals as well. So there's been a lot of circulating around now with these massive drops. So we've got a lot of stuff going on here. But I wanted to get into Flare real quick. We'll look at HBAR. We'll take a look at Gala as well for Tanya, because she definitely, I know she said she got into a position. I'm going to have to look at it because it's definitely going to pique my interest with the price. But Flare's down 6.98% right now at 2.79 cents. Remember, if you hold Flare, you get monthly airdrops, as long as your exchange participates. But Flare, I don't want to say that it's not looking good, but it's not looking good. I mean, it's been a big consolidation. It's not looking good in today's terms. Certainly not looking good in today's terms, but it doesn't mean it's not going to look good forever. The only thing you got to remember, as long as they're willing to give you tokens every month, the price is going to depreciate. It's not going to appreciate over time if they're going to continuously create more of a supply. Think about it. If they're continuously expanding the supply of Flare, it's going to, in time, depreciate. Unfortunately. But over time, you know, once they end that game, it'll be fine. But you just got to understand, take advantage of the moments on things like this when they are giving you tokens. And then every time you get a nice moment, you sell and then buy back when that drop happens, if that's how you look at it. But we could be looking at a drop back to the 00784 level with Flare. I would not be surprised in the least if we broke this little structure down, if it came down there. Just be aware of it. It likes to come down to that support area a lot. It does a lot. But it looks good. I mean, if this were to hold, it would look actually very nice if it could hold this setup, because you have a cup and handle possibly formed here. It's just if it were to break down any farther, then we got to seriously talk. But if this forms out to be something like that, you could have a big push. So, told you we'll get 45 cents. Hope you guys long. I'm in at 45.25. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance we could get lower too. There's a possibility that XRP could come all the way back down to 38, 39 cent area. But we'll just have to wait and see. You know, if they want to take us in that direction. It's kind of it's an interesting time with XRP right now. It really is. Ghost, you want some water? Come here, Ghost. Yeah, come get some water. But XRP, let's get back to the chart real quick. Here's the biggest concern right now. Yes, we fall out of the cup and handle, but now we can clearly see with that new data point here on support. It's very important, these data points, because it gives you a little bit of sense of direction here. Now we know If XRP breaks this trend, it's coming down to 40 or 38 cents. There's no way around it. I would say 40 cents is more likely just because we've got the 80-month pattern set up right now. And it is right around that 39.9 cent area. But now we know with this, it absolutely formed this hit now for a second hit on this uptrend. If it breaks below that, there's nothing else holding us. We've got no other areas of opportunity. None. It's just we've created quite the predicament here over the weekend, on a thinly traded weekend, I might add, where we're going to find ourselves in some of these time frames rather oversold here, as we can see. And we've created this little bull flag here as well. So there's going to be a lot of volatility this weekend. And for the ones going short, just be very, 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 very careful. I mean, the short term cup and handle, it's out of it by a little bit. We need to get back over 51.9 cent roughly. That's for sure. But I mean, we've argued that you could even look at it with a longer cup from a different perspective, and that this could actually be the handle. And if that's the case, it could actually bring us down, you know, a lot lower. But in the short term, we came down a pretty decent way. So I'll show everybody what it looks like in totality. That's the short term. Now, one can always argue that, you know, I didn't do it right. You can always, whatever. But this is what it looked like in the cup and handle. It still looks like a somewhat of a hammer candle formed here, which is very interesting in the daily. Which means if we have a lot of top-end pressure, there is a chance. Look how far that pulled up. There is a very big chance here that we could find ourselves through this area again. We need to get back over 51.8 cents. So no, it is not. This is not a normal bull run. It's not. This is a bear market rally right now. Until we break over 94 cents, we can't even start talking about a possible emergence into a bull run. Let's see. Hey, it's fine. Fine. Hey, some people just want to get the noise out. But yeah, I mean, I think that this is a time of opportunity. I can't say it enough. I cannot say it enough. There is such an opportunity around here. What's the bottom on silver this summer, in my opinion, Mike? Depends. I have that $27.56 there for a reason. If it can't hold this uptrend, it seems like a very logical spot to me to try to start holding that pivot point. But honestly, I would have liked to have seen it hold the structure it's in right now. I would have liked to have seen it show strength here at it's at $29.63. We're literally right in that area. But I would like to see it show strength there. Otherwise, I could see $27.50. Now, it all depends. It all depends how far with these countries buying gold. It makes perfect sense for the dump. In a couple of days, there's going to be a huge devaluation of the US dollar currency index. It might not show up on paper in 3 days, but a lot of countries' agreements where they have to trade in the US dollar comes up on the 9th or 12th of this month. I just can't remember the date. If anybody has any information on that, please let me know in the chat. Tanya, if you're still in here, HBAR is down 7.5%. And we talked about how we were a little nervous on the setup with the HBAR and that it could bring us down to 8 cents if it broke down. It came awfully, awfully close. Wow, wow, wow. I love you too, my friend. That's a logical explanation as well. Wow. That's a logical explanation on why you're talking so much. And there's nothing wrong with it. We're all friends here. The good, bad, or ugly, I like to be here because we are friends. And when the time comes, when we end up having the 10 times the amount we have in here because we're starting to move up at such a historical pace, we're all going to still be friends here, and I'm going to be able to distinguish the ones who are here and the ones who are not. So, HBAR right now, we did have a pull down to about, what was this? 8.4 cents. That's pretty close to that 8 cent level. That was a speculation point. Because it ended up being a mid-tier pivot level earlier. But now we can use this data point. I'm all for seeing the data points here. Now we can see the expandable zone. We can see exactly what we're dealing with here. Let me get rid of it. No, I don't want to get rid of that. But we've got this kind of a setup here now. So we've got the low resistance or support. We've got support 2 now on the structure. So we're starting to see something building, not just with XRP, but with all these other ones. Support, support, resistance, resistance. So now you have to get past the mid-tier area that we created in the shorter time frames. But now we can start to see a little bit of a setup here. You want to buy support, sell resistance until that area ceases to exist. So we were oversold on HBAR as well in the 3 hourly, 2 hourly, 1 hourly, 4 hourly. We're still oversold. And it looks like we created a small bull flag here even now. So you'll be digging trenches near Ukraine soon. Well, if that's the case, I hope you're safe. Unless you're being stone talking. But yeah, I mean, that's HBAR. We talked about Flare. We talked about the XRP Bitcoin pairing. We talked about Bitcoin. We've talked about XRP. We've seen the XRP market cap. We talked about how 150 million by Ripple it changed hands today. They moved 150 million XRP. Oh. Hey, this is interesting, Tanya. I know you know about this. Hedera to conduct mainnet upgrade on June 12th. Who's heard about this? That is definitely interesting. Hedera has announced that it will be upgrading its mainnet to version 0.50. The upgrade is scheduled to take place on June 12th at 1700 UTC. The process is expected to take approximately 60 minutes to complete. So this is Hedera's official tweet. Hedera will be upgrading Hedera mainnet to version 0.50 on Wednesday, June 12, 2024 at 1700 UTC. The upgrade will take approximately 60 minutes to complete. Users should expect some disruption to network. Hedera HBAR is a decentralized public network that allows individuals and businesses to create powerful decentralized applications, DApps. Its native cryptocurrency is HBAR, used to power decentralized applications, build peer-to-peer payment and micro-payment business models, and protect the network from malicious actors. Hedera stands out from other blockchain technologies due to its use of Hashgraph consensus, which promises the benefits of blockchain, decentralization, distribution, and security through hashing, with enhanced speed, efficiency, and scalability. This technology enables Hedera to process thousands of transactions per second in contrast to traditional blockchains, making it an appealing option for enterprise use cases. Always a fan of HBAR. A lot of utility there and a lot of opportunity there with HBAR. Made a lot of money this year on HBAR as a community. Inverted Hammer, that's back on June 7th. Well, that is today. So Inverted Hammer appears on XRP price chart. Crypto analyst picks first target of 75 cents. Interesting. Let's read some of this. So an inverted hammer candle appears on the XRP price chart. Crypto analyst picks first target of 75 cents. Tanya says yes, indeed. So what's the main message of this emergency meeting? Can you elaborate? John? You're welcome, Coffee. You're welcome for the update. Coffee and Crypto, and have a blessed weekend too, my friend. Wow. I'm glad you found me when you did. I've only been on for about 3 years and 3 months right now on YouTube. Inverted hammer appears on the XRP price chart. Crypto analyst picks first target of 75 cents. So crypto analyst Agrag Crypto, which he's not usually right, but at least he gives his opinion, has revealed, well, it's not that he's not right, it might just take longer than when he said it, see? Has revealed a bullish pattern that recently formed on the XRP price chart. The analyst also revealed how high the crypto token could rise once it makes this move to the upside. So the inverted hammer forms on the chart. E.G. Rag highlighted an inverted hammer that had formed on XRP's chart while noting how bullish this was for crypto token. He claimed that last month's candle form showing a 75% inverted hammer at the bottom, which is super bullish for XRP. This is an amazing sign that the altcoin could rise to 75 cents soon enough, he added. That July will be a month of fireworks for XRP. XRP's possible rise to 75 cents is significant, as eGreg had previously highlighted that price level as a critical breakout point. For XRP back then, he mentioned that XRP was poised to achieve this breakout in the coming weeks. He suggested an XRP breakout would send it to $1.50, blah, blah, blah. See, that's what we got to get off there. She traded that, blah, blah, blah. So meanwhile, Cassie trades highlight, blah, who cares? That inverted hammer, though. So there was an inverted hammer. Hate blowing smoke. Hey, you can blow smoke all you want if you think I'm doing good at my job. Well, at what I do. Let's see. And the other thing, like, well, how much of this sales from XRP or Ripple is to get ready for the stablecoin? There's been a lot of talk about the stablecoin. So as we lead into the daily close, we got about 10 more minutes here. We'll talk about, I want to read this while I still have everybody's attention. And I've seen a lot of you have hit that like button. A lot of you have hit that like button. But if you're trying to stack up XRP or the XRP Bitcoin pairing, look in the video description below and or pinned comments. You can find on MEXC for the XRP Bitcoin pairing, and for XRP in the USA and worldwide, look at BITUNIX for the low spot fees. Ripple fully ready to launch stablecoin Middle East and Africa Managing Director. In a recent interview, Ripple's Middle East and Africa Managing Director, Reese Merrick, shared his personal take on the company's plan to create and launch its native stablecoin. And we just heard Monica Long, the Ripple president, said the exact same thing 2 days ago. In a recent interview, Ripple's Middle East and Africa Managing Director, Reese Merrick, shared his personal take on the company's plans to create and launch its native stablecoin. He also explained why he believes it will be a success. While such popular USD-backed stablecoins as USDT and USDC have already existed in the market for many years, the video extract was shared by XRP enthusiasts, yada, yada, yada. So in particular, Merrick spoke about the sector he is in charge of, and part of it is Dubai, where recently the Crypto Expo Dubai 2024 event took place. The executive stated that Dubai now offers forward-thinking regulation and a major network for Ripple to continue exploiting the region, taking up the manifold, taking up the manifold opportunities here. Currently, according to Merrick, Ripple has been in this area for 4 years, working not only on fintech expansion, but also increasing crypto and blockchain adoption in that region. During the talk, the Ripple Middle East director also answered a few questions about Ripple's plan to release its own stablecoin and take some of the market share from USDT and USDC that has been actively used not only there but around the world in general already. So when asked about the approaching development and the launch of the stablecoin by Ripple, Reese Merrick admitted that this seems to be a logical step for the company. Currently, he pointed out that there is a 150 billion market of stablecoins, and it's predicted to reach a staggering 2.8 to 3 trillion by 2028. Besides, there is also significant demand for more businesses, which are compliant and regulated, to enter this space. Ripple now, according to Merrick, believes that there is a great need for a regulated USD-backed stablecoin to emerge on the market, since around 60% of all settlements outside the US, including the Middle East region, are made in the US dollar. As for the unique selling point of Ripple's stablecoin, Merrick said that the company has spent 12 years building a cross-border offering. We have the infrastructure. The stablecoin was the next evolution of that. I believe even when it comes to gas fees, it's going to create a lot of liquidity and a lot of, I believe it's going to bring inflationary pressure for the price of XRP. But we shall see. Yeah, Tanya, the HBAR bull run will be fantastic when it actually approaches in totality. But I mean, we have a lot of stuff we should be excited about, folks. We went around everywhere I wanted to go on crypto. But just for a minute here, let's all talk. We've got an opportunity out here in front of us that is not going to come around very often. It really isn't. It really isn't. Even with this kind of a dump, look how oversold it dropped us here in the smaller time frames, even up to the 4 hourly for XRP. It's really dropped us in a good way here. We needed to clear some liquidity. And we should still come down a little bit. Maybe it'll come back down to 47.8. We got to see if it can create. A lot of times you'll see if this is meant to break up again from here, you'll see this. It had a drop down, and this is pretty universal on crypto. It dropped down, then it pulled back up. Now, if it's to hold, typically you would see like boom, and then it would make a W here and then ride up. So that's what we're looking for right now, is something like that and then a pull up. So don't think it's just going to do it all in one shot here. And then it should send the RSI back and oversold. And then if it's meant to do it, it'll look something like that in the smaller time frame. And then if you start looking up into like the hourly, you'll get a quick reversal and then pull back down. And it can be the same thing all the way across the board. Even if you look at the 4 hourly, you could get a quick double top, like a Batman top. So that's what I'd be looking for. We're going to look for something to pull down to somewhere around the 47.7 cent mark, 47.5, somewhere in that area should be an opportunity if you're a leverage trader, if it's meant to hold this, to continue pushing back out. So, but don't get overzealous here. Don't get overzealous because a lot of leverage traders got liquidated, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow when I can see the numbers. But I know a very large majority of leverage traders are no longer trading. And if they are, it's with brand new money. DGB had a hell of a pull down of 7.73% at current time to 1062. It actually very briefly was right down to 1016. So we're going to see very quickly how this all reacts. We're very oversold now. We're going to end up, even if we have a further pull down, it's going to end up being massively oversold here in some of these time frames. So I mean, when you're looking for opportunity, you want to see it more in the oversold on the relative strength index. In 5 minutes, it'll start taking shape in the daily time frame for all of these cryptos as well. As you can see, XLM in the daily is going to be oversold. 4 hourly oversold. Opportunity lining up, folks. Opportunity. Opportunity. Scared money don't make money, but, you know, loose money can lose money. So you're looking for an opportunity. We're all looking for an opportunity. I believe we've been given an opportunity, and we've had an opportunity. It's just a matter of if you're going to grasp it. You know, it's just a matter if we're going to grasp it. I'm trying to grasp it. I'm trying to grasp as many of these loose fragments as I can with the available ability that I have with the size of my disposable income. I've got a rather sizable position built up now, and it's only going to get bigger the farther this price drops. You know, and I've got to build back down. This is exactly what I was looking forward to 3 years ago, and I got it basically. You know, it comes down to, do you have the testicular fortitude to follow what you believe? Do you have the testicular fortitude to go against the grain? And can you find the courage and the understanding of, if you are looking to accumulate an asset, you want to do it when there's no interest. You want to do it when everybody's selling. You don't want to do it when everybody's buying. That's not the right time to accumulate. You want to accumulate when everything looks like it's done. Like it's done. Like it's done. And right now, if you look at everything, it looks like trash. Everybody, it looks like trash. This is the time when I love trading. There's so much opportunity out here. The only thing I'm mad at myself about is I was going to take out a leverage trade at 46 cents. It's like 46.1. And I could have just did a 10x. But then I started looking, I'm like, wow, what if it drops down to here and there? If I would have just went with my gut, I was going to do it on $700 at 46 cents. Now, it did come down to like 45.1 on that exchange. So it wouldn't have been enough to liquidate. But, you know, you got to have the balls, but you also got to find the exact moment, the strategic moment. Again, tonight, I put in more at 664, 666 on the XP Bitcoin pairing. It allowed me to lower my average even more. I didn't expect to get that quick. And now I expect it to come back down across the board, and this should retest around the 700 sat level more than likely. So I'm just going to continue to run with the opportunity I'm given until they stop giving the opportunity. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in. For anybody who's known me for a while, I'm XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. Really love that intro. I used to love that. Maybe I'll bring it back more often. Don't forget to give thanks to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. If you made it until the end, type in hashtag be better, do better in the comments. I'm going to go give my son his feeding through his G-tube with Julie. But, you know, stay positive. Positivity over negativity. I like the positivity. I like the positivity of everybody in the comments this evening. I believe together that we can really advance a great deal. And I like positivity over negativity, because you never know what somebody's going through behind that keyboard. You never know when maybe this is the only moment in someone's day when they actually look forward to something because they like XRP, and then maybe by us saying the wrong thing, we can drive them over the edge. We want to make sure people are at peace of mind. We don't want to bring somebody to the the end of the cliff. We want to bring them away from it. So let's stay together, be positive, and like I always say, help one person each and every day, because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, what the hell is the point in this journey to 2028? As together we can achieve greatness, apart we get destroyed.